bueno. ¿Qué pasó aquí? Estamos aquí en un vídeo nuevo de Genshin Impact. Sí, estoy un poco videado. Y venimos aquí a hacer la storyline de Kazuha. No sin antes enseñar una pequeña sorpresita en el cambio de equipos. Y es que sí, tengo aquí C1, la verdad. Y ese no es el verdadero cambio, este es el verdadero cambio. Kazuha nivel 90, me cago en la puta, di que sí. Di que sí. Di que sí, ya os dije. Kazuha no iba a salir, me salió. Dio un buen tiempo con él, que es la polla. Y por fin, vamos a hacer el Kazuha. Porque sí, porque dentro de... ¿De cuánto? ¿Dónde estamos? Porque dentro de 2 días estamos el mismo 18.
Time to go.
En teoría meten Genshin está 2.0 con la recombinación y con todo el mierda. Ya ves, a ver si es verdad. También lo iban a meter para Switch, el crossplay, también de puta madre. A ver cómo se da la cosa. Y pues nada, vamos a ir aquí, de chip. Por cierto, antes de nada voy a enseñar un poco mis personajes. Este Kazuha. Bastante bien, la verdad. No soy una persona a hacer build, pero esta me ha salido de puta madre. Tengo que subir el daño crítico, eso sí, pero joder, es que está de puta madre. Disminución de tiempo de ataque, o sea, de espera. Reducción de tiempo de espera, eso sí, como la puta. Bueno, de daño a Nemo. Un ataque de hostia. Y mira fallín. 2598 de daño, chaval. Estamos locos. Y es que ni siquiera está en 90. Tengo miedo. Ah, ya tengo que subir. A Fischl también. Una pereza tremenda. Pero bueno. Con estos dos subidos, a lo mejor vamos a ir un poco más rápido. Y vamos directamente a la zona de la misión, que no sé dónde está. Nada, no nos podemos teletransportar. Kazuha es la polla.
Time to go.
Puedes ir por el mapa explorando, ¿sabes? En plan, haces así, luego recargas el otro, lo vuelves a lanzar y te estás así toda la vida. Wow. Es la polla. Yo que tengo la resistencia al máximo, la voy a subir cuando salga una suma. La destroy ahí. Voy a volarme todo el mapa. De puta locura. Ahí lo tenemos.
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses the spirit.
¿Cómo empieza la misión?
Are you okay? I never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss.
Sí, como me van a estar en el abismo atrás, entre los malos, toda la pesca que ya la sabréis, pero bueno. No sé decirlo.
Well, keep your time unbelieving both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right?
Ojo,
She said we needed to reach the end of our... And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another.
Como la de Albero, que me dormí.
Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with... Oh, you mean the god that took... You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her.
Ojo, la verdad que no sé por qué empezaron a luchar, pero bueno.
Ooh, Paimon supports that idea. Just the thought of it's so satisfying. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon thought of someone already. Atsuko, and let's see what she has to say.
Lo tenemos aquí, un espectador.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ese es Itobini, dije de la minita.
Yeah.
¿Dónde está? Seguro que el Jerry te lo dice, ¿no? Y esto no te va a pasar, que sí. Chaval, ¿qué horas son estas? Que tú mañana trabajas, Pero... Quería que quedara dormido, guacho. Coño, me he levantado. Ah, vale.
Time to go.
Oh. I mean, good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get...
Oh, so that...
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is...
Incredibly small.
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out all I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself.
Ojo, tienes que hacer que caiga el vídeo de Dross. Al menos no le falles a Dross. Fállale a España si quieres, pero a Papi Dross no.
After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. But to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth.
What a horrible journey! And you set off...
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling.
Kanjo Commission? What?
Más minitas, ¿esto qué es? Esto es el juego... El juego en el que te coges una minita y te la follas. Así de claro. ¿Ves a esta? Me la he follado 7 veces. Y es de la altura de, vamos, de mi pie.
Along with the other 2 commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the... One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all... Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated... It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, what I mean to say is... Unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there. You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, and even if you did manage to find a way, You'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. But if you really are set on going...
the raft idea sounds a little...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting... Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a...
Sí, sí, hazte caso, ¿eh? Este juego va de eso. Jógale, free to play.
But it's an armed fleet, right?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way. The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun Stone Forest on a supply...
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go
Calla, tengo que ir ahí. Epi. Vamos a ver. Joder, no me hace la habilidad. Dale ahí, dale sexo al lolo, mano. Ya nos veremos unidos a esto. A liarla. Noche de Free Fire, eso es. Noche de Garena.
One with nature.
Ojo el tiro.
The wind, no.
Aguanta, aguanta.
Into the wind.
Wind, hear me.
One with nature. Time to go.
No se me pierden ni nada.
The wind knows me.
Pues nada, ahí es. Vale, entonces sí me llevo. Luego sobrado.
Into the wind.
Pero sobradísimo, ¿eh?
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatui and Osail, right? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of...
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weird...
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
You're not far off, but they go by a different... This young man is Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantic?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a...
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash?
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folk. There are two important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few... And with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we...
But we didn't...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is... Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that...
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen.
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's got... Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to
Inazuma? You...
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless...
You just want him to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let it
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if...
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Fort.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time.
What in the world do those symbols really mean?
De puta madre, protegemos. ¿Qué me hacen falta? 191 logros, Madre mía, sudados. Ahora mismo necesito completar todas las misiones estas que tengo sueltas para ver si consigo mi última tirada en el banner de armas. Me cago en la puta, me tiene que salir esta clave que me salga, necesaria que me salga. Y mi Kazuha es Dios. Mi Kazuha se vuelve automáticamente Jesucristo.
¡Che! Time to go.
En esta temporada, pues dice que...
Wind Strider. Time to go. Time to go.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters.
Who
will we be up against? Hello? Are you here?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then it'll allow just anyone to take. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who... Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, we heard a rule about that.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
What? You...
Ya ves.
Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. I soon sorted them out. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big... I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us.
No voy a decir que peligroso porque este hombre no me da miedo.
I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, but I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to...
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work.
Tal cual.
Mm-hmm.
Con 5
All
y
right,
con
we're
miles
gonna
más.
keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
Pues te voy adelantando sucesos. Es que vas a perder con toda. No hay más. ¿Eres mina? Vale, no es mina.
Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skill. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the masterless vision.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible.
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. He's got to be a Grand Master or something. He's created many different stuff. To the Lingshan clan, he teaches... It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a...
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to grips with the very...
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to show you're sincere about it.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Recently, though, we heard that a Vision Bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress.
So, if we can get our hands on a Vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Lingshan folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
See you in the arena.
Bueno. Van con ganas estos tontos, pero no se va a cantar, sí, no pasa nada. Pero son personajes con colores, ¿sabes? No es como Kazuha. No es, yo que sé, como esta. son personajes sosos. No vais a hacer nada. Recibir la paliza, amigo. No vais a hacer.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux? If so, seems I've...
So you're also here?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly... I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to have so many good friends in my neighborhood. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever... You don't mince your words. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before...
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their Kung Fu classes, and another guy who's just... really average. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing. Come on, let's go sign up.
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the Rite of Park?
Oh, I wonder if I can get his...
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary.
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, put that down. And also, defeated the Fatui.
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Right, your registration. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto...
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to
But why would anyone want to go somewhere...
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole, even though you don't have a vision, most people... So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your element... In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty. All right, it should...
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good, then...
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about? How am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
Pues nada, muy easy.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha?
Impressive. But I also observed our fate.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary.
All right. You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want... You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, since everyone sees you... For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. So, I'm putting you straight...
Huh? But we only just started the qualifying.
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level...
To be...
Alright, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders...
Pues, entonces, ¿qué?
We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high... Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to look very well. Show me...
Alright, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that's...
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but I do not doubt your abilities, but I would...
Relax, my guy's at the top.
Okay,
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train hard.
Right! For a moment there, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strong...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're... But mine, I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you... I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up?
No, I didn't. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So,
Wow! Now that's true.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again.
By the way, do you know who else made it in?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. So don't get...
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way...
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a... I faltered for but a brief moment. But given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a... Still, I'm sure he'll be no...
Hey there!
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why didn't you dodge? But he was, why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't... Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise I'd never hear the end. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit...
Oh, alright then.
Thanks, I'll...
Pues nada.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your
He's right. But in my case, I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at this...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering... I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hail... Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that...
Hang on. Don't you...
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt.
You betcha! Wait a second.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense... Come with me. Some post...
Vale, ya decía yo que la misión me iba a pasar. No sé... Curioso lugar más tranquilo.
Time to go!
Da igual, yo necesito los protozoos como quieran. Cualquier protozoo hay que recibir. Está qué bueno.
Time to go.
Now that we're alone, let me cut. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Paimon knew that you were hinting...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of... If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use element... When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, since a young age I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature...
As crazy as all that sounds...
My humble abilities are negligible compared... To think a human could wield the... And not to mention your incredibly complex scent.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on...
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental ability? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told them what... It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Honestly, even Paimon...
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods. However, I still wish to have the honor of... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair Now then.
Tengo que luchar con él y con sus habilidades y todo.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponent. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own?
I desire to know what meaning and what influences the gods' decision. My apologies. You must be complete for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any question. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for grant, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for...
She sounds less like an archon.
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside with... It goes without saying that the people locked within it...
Sounds a lot like something the god you...
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answer. Ah, the time for your match is...
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's...
Vale. Si no me llegase a teletransportar, sería un poco cerdo el Kazuha. Muy bien. Kazuha, best personaje ever. Mejor que Amber.
Why isn't he? Never mind. We can start by... Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax. We've seen many exciting battles today, and now I'd like to introduce our first combatant. He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face.
Wow! I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed him, but today's final round. As for our other combatant... Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit... Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up...
Wait a moment. Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the Traveler.
Qué listo ha sido el Kazuha.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it?
We don't know when it was... I never thought that someone here would have the gut.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand is... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility.
Well, if you insist. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an...
Come with me. I consent.
Pues nada, pillar al maricón. Mira qué guapo que puedo ser.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there we can continue our search for clues.
Buah, qué control. No, por favor. No. Que no llego. Bien.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see, shortly. Into the wind.
Go and fly!
The wind instincts are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario. Clouds high. The birds call!
Dumpty dumpty dump! Boing boing boom!
Into the wind!
I swear by my sword!
The wind...
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back. Time to go.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate...
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious... Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria.
You!
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to...
Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register...
Aha! So you were supposed...
I'd intended to win the contest through skill. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put... I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow, you still... After all I went through to get it? I think not. Really? Fine. But you'd better mean it.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arm.
Huh? You're not...
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and it seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your...
Whoa, we don't need to...
I never... If this is where talking gets me, then forget it!
The wind no...
Espero que me dejen teletransportarme.
No! Do what you want, but
He has persevered to the bitter end. And now, put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? It's up to you. Such willingness is
No need for that. Thank you for...
Por nada.
Huh? Paimon does...
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing when people are forced into a corner. That is when their greatest strength... But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I want... From the moment he stole the vision, I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a master... After seeing you command multiple elements, come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I see. So you... No matter. This was expected. I suppose...
Yeah, what's the story?
The story begins with...
Ojo.
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that, but as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the...
Kazuha!
All right then, it's time we returned. Do not let my feelings but thank you.
Pues nada. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué, tío, compadre? Yo confiaba en ti. Pues nada, espero que me den ya las 60 brotos, terminar la misión y terminar ya con esto, la verdad. La verdad que estas misiones se alargan un poco más de lo que esperaba. La primera... Espera que puedo conseguir esa mierda haciendo...
One with nature.
Oh, cojo que me dan por culo.
Time to go. Time to go.
Domina la pulsación del R1 para experimentar bien, tío. Ahora soy brutal.
If you're looking for the captain, it seems that the Crux clash got up. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in them. But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this... He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the... In which case, the Crux clash...
Huh? So, if that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but now...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved.
Oh.
Now, let me go prepare the champions.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is no longer... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by... In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's...
Hold on a second. You're saying she...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears... Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own.
Paimon believes you'll find...
Thank you. May both... One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after...
Pues nada. que está guapo.
Time to go.
Ojo, me han dado el objeto de la medalla, qué guapo. Bonito detalle. Me han dado en total 80 protos con las de las misiones y todo eso. Muy bien. Es una misión bastante rentable monetariamente. Y he visto ahí también libros que no están nada mal. Y nada, mañana tirada de estas, la verdad, que ya toca, porque queda poco. Y me hubiese gustado Kazuha C1, pero C1 se conseguirá ya en el rerun. Pero se conseguirá un Kazuha en un futuro de bastantes constelaciones. Personaje favorito hasta el momento, la verdad. Y nada, ¿qué os ha parecido la misión? La verdad que a mí un poco rara, pero está bien. Saca un poco del concepto de las anteriores misiones, un torneo. Me ha gustado, está guapo. Habilidades elementales, ni de full pitch, ni nada. Bastante guapo, con detalle. Y nada, yo me despido aquí, la verdad. Así que nos vemos, compadres. Chao.